Hello, everyone. I've noticed lately that I really haven't been feeling a sense of urgency in my writing. Like I was going to write today, but it's been raining and dreary outside, and I like to write outside, and so my only choice would have been to write indoors, which I was planning to. But the thing is that in late autumn, and early winter, if you procrastinate sometimes by just an hour or two, your entire day can be thrown off because the sun has set, and so it can be difficult to keep track of time around this time of year. Even though I like this time of year, but I can be hampered on days when it's raining or storming, or if it becomes like really cold, like below 35 degrees, and or if it's really windy outside occasionally. But I've noticed lately that I haven't really felt a sense of urgency. One reason is because I finished my big, long, epic novel, The Ecstasy and the Ignominy, and because of that, I didn't really want to go into a book that would be just as grand or epic. So I'm writing a story that is much smaller in scale, and I'm getting interested in it. I am passionate about it at this point, but at the same time, I'm not really feeling a sense of urgency. It's kind of like how when you have an author like Herman Melville writes Moby Dick, and then he thinks to himself, okay, well, what do I do now? And because Melville, for example, wrote his big book, and I'm sure he probably felt discouraged when during his lifetime Moby Dick didn't sell that many copies, and so he was also discouraged by the fact that his book wasn't selling, and it's like, and of course, no author writes, solely for book sales, but when a writer puts so much effort into something, and no one really seems to take notice, then it can be discouraging for motivation to write with a sense of urgency, because I don't know, I wrote The Ecstasy and the Ignominy with a sense of urgency, with a sense of, this is going to be my big, grand, epic book, and somehow, and this was solely, this optimism was not based on any kind of logic or rationality, but somehow I just had a hope that, just subconsciously, that by writing The Ecstasy and the Ignominy, that something would change in my life. I don't know, that I would have more success as an author. I would have more opportunities. I just thought that would happen, and it really hasn't happened. And again, it was just blind optimism. It was just blind optimism on my part. So I have become disillusioned in that regard, and especially because I'm going to be turning 30 in just a couple of months, January 23rd. I'm disillusioned even further, and it's not that I don't enjoy writing right now. It's just I'm not writing with the same sense of urgency, because because my goal with The Ecstasy and the Ignominy was to write a big, grand, epic book, and I've done that. Whereas the book I'm writing now is much smaller in scale, so I don't really feel the same sense of urgency. I still write because I'm passionate about writing, but it's become more mundane for me at this time. I don't feel that same sense of urgency. I still feel the urge to create, obviously, and I still get tremendous satisfaction out of writing, but I don't feel that same sense of urgency like I felt before. Maybe I will when I write my grand Roman or Greek epic, or a fantasy world that's like Rome or Greece. Maybe that sense of urgency will come back, because that's something that I really haven't done. I've always wanted to do an ancient history or fantasy epic, and I haven't done that. The Ecstasy and the Ignominy is more 19th century Victorian history. And so maybe it will come back when I do that, but at this time I don't really feel a sense of urgency. And it can also be disappointing when it comes to the fact that lately I haven't really been getting the views that I've been wanting to receive. It seems like I post thousands of I have posted thousands of videos both on YouTube and on TikTok, but it's consistency is not key. Don't let anyone tell you that, because I try to post around 2 or 3 videos a day, but I'm just not getting a lot of interaction. And it seems, and it's especially disheartening that the videos that I put the most amount of effort into tend to get the least amount of views. Like the video that I posted yesterday, which I did some editing and special effects tricks on, only got 2 likes. Like that was disappointing. And so I'm not really feeling a sense of optimism, because I just feel like I try and put all this effort in for nothing. And yes, I still have my love for writing, but nothing else around that is really going well, because nothing else around it is within my control. And so I have become somewhat disillusioned for that reason. And if it weren't for the fact that TikTok might be banned in January, I would probably take a break right now, because I'm really not feeling enthusiastic about making videos. And the only reason I still am is because I want to milk as much as possible out of getting exposure before TikTok is banned, potentially. And so that's the only reason why I'm still posting videos at this time. But no, I am feeling incredibly disillusioned. I will probably within the next month or so try to make update my lecture and do a second lecture, which will be around an hour long. And that might be my magnum opus in terms of like lecturing. But after that, I don't know. I may not make as many videos if that doesn't really seem to have any kind of effect. Because again, it can be disheartening when you put, and soul crushing even when you put in all this effort for seemingly nothing. And I will never give up writing. That's something that I will never give up. But I could see myself someday giving up making videos if it doesn't seem like they're making a difference. Like I only get maybe 20, 30 views on average on YouTube. I get the standard 200 on TikTok, but no more usually. I haven't in a long time. And sometimes a short will get a few hundred videos. Usually, though, it's because I post some kind of dog video, something that's unrelated to the content that I normally make. And so, yeah, I'm just feeling kind of disillusioned and hopeless right now. I'm still, passionate about the story that I'm writing, but nothing else at the moment seems to be going well for me. And so, I don't really feel a strong sense of urgency right now like I did before. Because for one, this is a quieter story, but also because I haven't received the results that I was hoping for. I have also been left somewhat disillusioned.